himself, and we also see the robotics bay coming down for Minigun, which indicates that he will be going for a Colossus build. We can see Overlord speed, missile attacks 1, and glial constitution roach speed coming out for EgIdrA. Third base is now up. He's sending some drones over to that. He still now has 8 roaches in production with an overseer, so it looks like he is cognizant of some sort of possibly DT pressure or otherwise. We can see Minigun is moving down here with his Immortal army, Immortal Stalker Sentry army. Pretty scary for an army of roaches. This Immortal is completely all alone, though. It doesn't have any units supporting it, and a quick Zergling surround is going to do a huge damage to Minigun's army. What is this Immortal doing down here? This has to be an absolute misclick mistake.
Be a misrally.
And, you know, EgIdRA's going to be pretty excited because he gets a free Immortal. Wow, that's a huge loss for Minigun, and that's a big error. That's going to take a lot of the punch out of that army. And, oh, is he going to get the Immortal back? Wow, I can't believe that. EgIdRA let the Immortal go. I guess he didn't have any Zerglings, or didn't have the Zerglings surrounded. That could have been a huge advantage for him.
Yeah, were those Zerglings still up in that case of the secret hallway up at the top?
Yeah, I'm not sure where they were, but man, he was trying to give him a gift there and he wasn't going to get it. We do see first Colossus is out on the field. Thermal Lance is still quite a bit away. He's taking out the gold rocks here. EgIdRA's going to have to deny this gold. He does have a Hydralisk Den coming up, which is a curious choice with the Colossus now showing its face to him. Do you think he might cancel that? Now we do see an engagement here with the army. We see the lanes coming in the back. Really great force fields by Minigun. He's blocking out the roaches. Nobody can do any damage at all. Even without Thermal Lance, this Colossus is just dealing out the pain to everything around him. Wow, look at that. His army was just basically in an island of safety there while EgIdRA's units ran around haplessly in the middle, and the Colossus just poked back and forth, barely even taking any damage to the shields. So really good play there. And
that Immortal did a ton of damage. It took like 5 or 6 of these roaches down to almost no health by itself.
Yeah, a really great play by Minigun, and his micro has just really looked like it's... Alright guys, so we had a quick technical glitch, so we're going to restart right here at the 14:15 mark. Sorry if there's any abrupt pause, but we can see here at 14:15, ROOTMinigun is taking the gold base here with a bunch of cannons and pylons. Obviously, this is going to be a really tough position to crack once he gets it up with the Colossi behind it. We can see EgIdRA's wrapping around the back here with some roaches. Going to do a little bit of poking at these pylons and see if he can do any sort of harassment. We can see that there is, at the same time, we see a drone going over to the 4th base here.
Yeah, EgIdRA's consistently done a good job of doing this, doing some harassment to distract Minigun while he takes expansions. We're seeing this as he takes his 4th base, and earlier in the game, after EgIdRA started his 3rd base, he came around with the Zerglings, and that's when he started pressuring with those in the back.
And we can see he also has a force of roaches here on the right side of the map, and we can see that Minigun is chasing these roaches away, but, you know, EgIdRA's sort of done the damage and distracting him and keeping him from seeing this 4th base over here. And we can see this other force of roaches going to come back and join everybody else up here in the middle. And we can see in production for Minigun, he is now researching Blink and ground weapons level 2. We can see a little bit of a skirmish here in the upper part or middle part of the map, nothing quite yet. These roaches are yet again poking at these pylons and killing them, just really being a real pain in the neck for Minigun. So we can see the Colossi ball starting to come together in the center. EgIdRA is taking the 4th, but I feel like if he lets Minigun saturate his 3rd and safely mine it, he's going to fall behind in this game.
Yeah, I think EgIdRA definitely needs to do some pressure right when he gets maxed out, because if Minigun gets the maxed army, EgIdRA's going to have a really hard time, even if he gets Corruptors out.
And we can see 7 Corruptors coming out in production. He doesn't have any quite yet, so he's going to have 8 Corruptors when this is all said and done.
Yeah, I think EgIdRA's in a real world of hurt here. They're even on supply right now, even though EgIdRA's army is almost all roaches, and that's never what you want to see as a Zerg player.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, with the number of Colossus now at 3, about to be 4, just the DPS they put out is going to even a hardy roach army is really going to struggle with that, and it's going to be hurting big time.
Yeah, and he's got a 5th Colossus out, and he will have about 6 before he gets maxed, and EgIdRA is not doing anything. He's sitting there maxed, not attacking, letting Minigun catch up, and this 4th base is going up for Minigun.
Yeah, so we do see the 4th Minigun. He's hand in hand, step in step here with EgIdRA. EgIdRA hasn't even saturated his 4th yet. You can see he's getting close to mined out at the natural and close to mined out at the main. And the drone to probe count, we see 86-263 in favor of Minigun right now. So Minigun is just in a massive lead right now, and EgIdRA is maxed. And typically when you get maxed, especially when you're a Zerg against a Protoss, you got to go waste that maxed army quick rather than let the Protoss get that near invincible maxed army that he can continue to warp and Geo units to support. We do see Roaches swinging around up here near the main, and Minigun is about to max out himself as well. So a little bit of Roach harassment coming up here in the main. He might be able to pick off a Colossus out in the middle of nowhere. That would be pretty big, but he isn't able to track it down. The Stalkers get up here to support the Roaches pretty quickly. You can see EgIdrA is now saturating this 4th base.
Yeah,
we can see a skirmish right here down here at the 3rd, and we can see that oh my gosh, EgIdrA has taken out all these Colossus. He distracted Minigun's attention, ran up here with the Corruptors, and has killed approximately 4 Colossus right now, and he has this little Roach Hydra army down here waiting. Now, he did lose all his Corruptors, but reducing that Colossus count is pretty huge.
Yeah, sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here, falling a little bit behind.
That's quite alright. We're having a little bit of frame rate issues here. It seems to be some sort of glitch in the map or the game, but it does appear to be smoothing out right now. But we do see this big scary army from Minigun was just unable to handle the distraction up here at his natural, and the Corruptors came in and just wasted themselves on the Colossi. So that big scary Colossi count is now gone. EgIdRA's made a nice comeback here. You see him coming at the Roaches. We do the Lings at the front, getting a little bit of surround on the front of the Stalkers. We can see one Colossus, or one Corruptor picking away that Colossus. But these Roach Hydras are getting torn up in these force fields. Really, really great force fields from Minigun here, holding back EgIdRA's army, carving it to pieces, and those Hydras are now off creep. They're fully exposed, and they're not going to last long against a Colossus, even if it's one. But he is coming up here. He's going to put a little more pressure on. He does have a lot of energy left for some more good force fields. His Immortal here is doing a lot of work. And that one Colossus is really saving the day for Minigun right now. Now 14 kills, 15 kills on this Colossus.
Oh, yeah, that one Colossus is doing a lot of damage. After he lost all of his Corruptors, he didn't even make enough to kill this one Colossus that Minigun has. And
EgIdRA leaves the game. He lost to one Colossus there because he didn't remake any Corruptors at all. He has to know that Colossus are going to continue to come out there, and sort of a disappointing show by EgIdRA. He made a great tactic in, pushing the natural here and then hitting these Corruptors while Minigun wasn't paying attention and taking out the Colossi count. But then he just didn't react well after that. He made way too many Hydras, and even one Colossus is just going to rip them to shreds.
Yeah, I mean, EgIdRA did almost about as well as he could. He's kind of been behind the whole game. We saw that they both maxed at around the same time, which is never a good thing for a Zerg. You always want to max like 40 food ahead of the Protoss at least.
Yeah, and not only did he max, but he sat there max and didn't attack for quite some time. We do see EgIdRA take this best of 3 series. Minigun take this best of 3 series. EgIdRA he macros just as well as he always does, but his micro in these big battles just seemed to be pretty inferior to Minigun, and Minigun was just hitting the key force fields. So this is Karak. I'm here with vVvTime. Thank you for watching. We're going to have more replays in the future, hopefully with some analysis. So if you have any good replays, master's level for analysis or higher, let us know and send them in, karakstarcraft@gmail.com. So subscribe to the channel to see more videos, and thank you so much.
Yep, thanks. See you.